What's up, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the Batman Arkham Origins Bane figure from DC Collectibles. This is the final figure in the Series 1 wave, and yeah, pretty excited. I hope we get all 8 assassins, which I'm assuming that we would get within the next span of year to 2 years. Would be very excited to get a Lady Shiva. She's pretty much my favorite female character in the DC universe, and yeah, I'd say her and Wonder Woman, probably. Wonder Woman, yeah. But I would have preferred they just give us this packaging with all the figures. This way you don't have to destroy the packaging when you're opening it. I mean, I didn't destroy mine. I cut mine along the top so I could pull the figure out so I didn't have to completely destroy the packaging. But it would have been nice. I like resealable packaging. It's much nicer. Much nicer? I don't think that sounds right. It's much more pleasing to the eye, I guess, and it's much easier to just deal with in general. So if you want to repackage your figure or you're trying to resell them, you can toss them back in the package. But let's get to Bane here. This is very nice packaging. It's got the Batman symbol up top. It's got Bane in the front. It says Arkham Origins Bane. On the side it gives a nice depiction of the Batman. On the back you have all the figures in the wave. You have Batman, Black Mask, Joker, and the Bane. And is sculpted by a Gentle Giant Studios. So that's pretty much it. That was, I don't know what that was. It wasn't really a Bane voice, but it was just a voice, I guess. So let's get Bane out of packaging and take a closer look at Bane. Okay, and we're back with Bane out of package.
We're back with Bane out of package. I see you, Batman. Do you like my new mask? What's the matter? You want me to take my hands away from my mouth? You can't understand what I'm saying? Okay,
I'll stop doing that then. So there you go. I mean, here you have Bane, and can I just say, point this out? He's kind of pear-shaped. He's got some hips on him. Serious hips. His legs are super duper thick looking. He looks a little pear-shaped. Yeah. I don't know. Periwinkle. Call me Periwinkle. But I also want to point out, I'm not a big fan of the mask he was wearing in this game. Yeah, I don't dig. I'm not digging the whole. I don't like it when Bane has the mouth open on his mask. I prefer him to have no mouth hole. I don't know. I get they wanted to show him how he was talking, but I think he's much more intimidating when you don't see his mouth for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is for me, I guess. Yeah, so, I mean, there's definitely a lot of really cool sculpting on this guy. I would say that he's probably one of the best in the series as far as sculpt-wise goes. There's a lot going on here. If not the best in the series. Sorry, there's a little bit of water still on him. I didn't dry him off properly. I had to do some hot water immediately out of packaging because this arm was frozen. And it was all the way extended outward, so I was like, eh. Also, another thing which I've seen a couple other reviewers do this review already. Be very careful when you're taking him out of package. This wrist is a little loose. Like, mine's not as bad as I've seen some others are just like wobbling around. But this wrist, for some reason, comes out of package very loose. So just be forewarned, that's all. As far as articulation goes, this figure is overly stiff in the upper torso region. So like I said, be careful when you're moving your your joints here. He doesn't have the best range of motion here, so don't try and force something if you think it's there, because it's probably not there. He does have some awkward articulation. He would have really benefited from a bicep swivel here instead of this awkward elbow swivel, which I hate it. I don't like elbow swivels. It doesn't, first of all, that doesn't look natural to me. You can't do that with your elbow. I mean, your bicep really controls what you do. So it would have made sense to do it here, but I get it. There's a lot of sculpting going on here with the hoses and stuff like that, and he's got a shoulder pad over here, so I get it. It's not a big deal, but to me, it's just something I don't like on an action figure. But with that being said, as far as articulation goes, his head does move side to side. He can look up really well, but I don't think he'll ever really have to look up unless he's trying to look at like a helicopter or something along those lines. But anyways, he does look down a little bit past eye level. His arms go up about that far. There's not a great range of motion in the arm. It does move up. Like I said, mine is really stiff, so I don't want to force it, because the last time I forced something and the arm fell off, or just the arm fell off in general. So he does have the elbow swivel, a single hinge at the elbow, wrist swivel, no waist swivel or anything like that. He does have T-jointed hips, which go out. Mine don't really want to go out. This one's hindered by the grenade. I believe that's a grenade right there. His legs do go forward very well and back a little bit, not too far back though. This one doesn't really want to go forward. I'm not really sure why they placed that grenade there, to be honest with you. That was kind of a dumb call. You could have just put the grenade up here on the belt and you wouldn't have this problem. I'm not really sure what they were thinking there, but still, nonetheless, he does have a single bend at the knee, not a great range of motion there. He does have a swivel at the knee, which is kind of redundant, I guess, because he's got a swivel at the boot. No foot articulation at all. So, but the sculpting is really where it's at with this guy. It's not the articulation, obviously. We all knew that coming into this. Here is his Venom Pack. All the hoses going intricately to his armband here, where he controls his venom. I also wanted to point out that this hose does have a tendency to pop off, but you can, if you want, just glue it back in. And I'm not sure why it didn't come glued, but whatever, not a big deal. As far as the face goes, let me get in real close here. Super ultra close up. So there you go. There's his face. Pretty cool. Like I said, I wish his mask was maybe a little bit more colorful. Maybe throw some red in there or something, because it really, really reminded me of the Arkham City Penguin Thug masks for some reason. That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was when I first saw the trailer. I was like, "Is that a Penguin Thug? What the hell is that?" It didn't really look like Bane. I don't know. Maybe throw some red in there. A little bit more color would have benefited from it. Yeah, cover that mouth up. But here's his gloves. His gloves are very nice, very fingerless, and it looks like he's got some Kevlar knuckle dusters there. He's got grenades on his side, pouch. The boots are very nicely sculpted. Underneath, he's got one peg hole, so if you're having a problem with him standing, you can grab one of the DC Direct or older DC collectible stands to help him stand, but shouldn't really have a problem with him standing. Isn't have a problem with that. So size comparisons, let's do that. I'm gonna back it up here because I had to raise my camera up because he's pretty tall. He's actually officially, where's my tape measure? Where is my tape measure? Oh dear. Oh dear. Where's my tape measure? I'll be right back with a tape measure. Oh no, here it is. So officially he does stand 8.5 inches tall. A little bit under, maybe 8.5 inches, but he's still pretty tall. Here's a size comparison with Batman here. So there you go. pretty tall. He's pretty big. He's definitely a larger figure. Here we go with the do the Joker next. So there's the Joker. And hold on, I gotta pause it because Black Mask's in the other room. And there we are with Black Mask. So pretty much, let me just get everybody in the frame here. Black Mask is tough to stand, let me tell you. Holy cow, I had to use a old display stand to get him to stand here. Bane, hold Black Mask up for a minute. So there we go. I'll put the Joker on the side here. And then we've got Bats. There we go. So here is Series 1. Let me just get a little close up here. If everybody's going to stand. Are you going to stand, Joker? Or are you going to be a pain in the rear end? Yep, you're going to be a pain. I knew it. I could smell your scent a mile away. Alright, there we go. Everybody stay and say cheese! So there is Series 1. I hope you guys all enjoyed these reviews. If I had to rate Bane, I'm probably going to give him, sculpt-wise, he's very well done. Articulation, you know, I mean, he's a bigger figure, so, I mean, you can't expect the best. I'm going to give Bane a 9. I think he's got the best sculpting out of all three. And but I don't think he's better than Batman for some reason. Batman just really is, I think, the best figure in this series, hands down. He's just very well done. There was no problems with mine coming out of package or anything like that. So there's my review of the Arkham Origins Bane figure from DC Collectibles, and here's Series 1 for you guys to stare at for a little bit. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the flip side.